Hi everyone, I'm Yash.
And I'm Yum, and we're here to present our experience on data analysis project.
The purpose of this project is to gain data sense of the various data collected through the BGC by organizing, processing, and presenting processed data.
The way we gathered data was by running 5 to 10 current research assistants from Brain Game Center on 4 different assessments. There are multiple object tracking, reaction time, ETDRS, and MNS contrast sensitivity. We then exported the raw data from the respective devices, inputted them into Excel sheets. Then to see a clear picture, we organized the results from each assessment into graphs using Excel sheets.
This datasheet includes everyone who has ever been run on the assessment, so we had to clean the datasheet by deleting the data of the participants that were irrelevant to our project. We did this by matching the time we ran each participant on our task sheets. For multiple object tracking, we focused on the composite scores. Using Excel sheets, we calculated the average, the standard deviation, and the standard error of the mean for each data set. We had to create the scores for the second trial because we didn't have enough time to run all the RAs again. After we calculated all the averages and the standard deviation, we used the bar graph to represent the average composite score for each trial. The error bars are fairly large here because we only ran 7 participants. The graph is supposed to show that the participants got, as the participants got more training, they improved on the assessment. Similarly, for reaction time, we recorded the participants' reaction time and calculated the statistics, which is presented here in a bar graph. Again, we had to stimulate the second trial because we didn't have enough time to run everyone. On this graph, the lower the time, the better the participant is doing because it is measuring how fast they can respond to a visual stimulus.
On MNS contrast sensitivity assessment, we show the participants a circle with lines that are either vertical, horizontal, up left, or up right. Each time a circle is shown, the lines vary in thickness and frequency. We measured how well each participant can distinguish the orientation of the lines. We organized the data on a graph showing relationship between the correlation per degree and average of how well the participants were able to identify the line's orientation, and that's recorded in percentages.
For ETDRS, we used a logmar chart to measure each participant's visual acuity. A negative logmar score means that a participant has better than average vision. We organized the average logmar readings for each set into a graph right here.
Formatting data. For each of our data, we calculated the mean, standard deviation, and standard error. Unfortunately, our standard deviation for each set was large because we had a small sample size. Roadblocks. We did not encounter any roadblocks, but recognized some potential roadblocks. We realized that if we were to have a larger sample size and each participant had more than one session, there would be potential errors when sorting the data. Another possible complication can occur when mistakes are not reported to the data analyst. So it's very important for RAs to make note of every errors that occurs. From this experience, we learned that Excel is very cool. It's an efficient tool to calculate statistical information. Personally, for me, through this experience, I learned how to make graphs from Excel sheets.
Lastly, we'd like to thank all the RAs that helped us out, Morgan for answering all our questions, and you for listening.
Thank you for listening.